Alright, it's time for a game with Ichihime's All Master 1. Fun, fun, fun. Let's get right into it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, sort of-ish. You can look at the Pinzo as 1 block, maybe. That's probably what we're going to be doing because, well, we only need 5 blocks. That being said, well, we've got 2 blocks in it right now. Kanchan plus a completed sequence. So we'll just figure out where our 5th block is going to be later. We don't have to decide right now. There's nothing to discard other than these edge tiles for now. If, for example, we pair up the Dora, well, we still don't need to choose between the blocks yet, I think. You could technically just drop the 3-so, maybe? That sounds a little sus, actually. I'm not so sure about that one, but fine. Now I've got two-sided weight in the Mazu, so the weakest block in our hand is now the Kanchan over here. That being said, this 1-4 is not... This 1-4 is not really that good if we are going to be going for Tanyo, because we can only use the 4 and not the 1. So it's a little bit of a tough situation, sort of. Yeah, I'm not too excited to see that one just yet, just because it makes our Manzu block a little weak. Now, you could chi it if the 2 comes again. Still not like extremely excited, because we could make this into a Mangun if we finish it closed. But our acceptance is a little bit slim. It's only 5 tiles. No, it's not 5, 10 tiles. Now it is, what's it called? Sorry, not 5 tiles. If we are going to be using the Dora, it's only going to be 10 tiles, which is now 9 tiles. Now it's 8 tiles. So we will definitely... Well, okay, never mind then. We down with this? Final Pinfu plus 2 Dora is already Mangun. Okay, so it looks like it's going to come out pretty easily. So we can just Dama and pick up a Mangun win. Seems okay. Especially since our weight is kind of depleted-ish. It's going to be a little harder to Sumo. If we riichi, then Sumo is Haneman, right? Which is pretty strong. But since it's going to be a little hard to Sumo, that's a little bit less... It's a little bit less exciting to call riichi, because Dama is already Mangun. Right, so we don't really have a high chance of getting a Haneman if we call riichi and Roan. And also just our win rate drops quite a bit if we call riichi. Okay, so it's still looking pretty good. That being said, it's still not coming out. We might not win, but that's also okay. I'm pretty sure this Dama is the correct way to play it. I mean, when in doubt, you can always riichi. But, you know, I think this was a good Dama. Great. We got a Mangun win. Not technically a Mangun, but it's close enough. That's why I'm calling it Mangun. 1, 2, 3 blocks. Looks like we might want to go for a flush, especially since the Dora is in our flush suit. We have a good chance of getting a Mangun if we do so. That being said, I'm not sure if we really want to keep this north, because we did pair up in the non-flush suit. So, you know, the 1 could attach to make a sort of 5th block-ish kind of dealio. Right, we have 4 blocks right now. That being said, if something does attach to the 1, it's going to have to be a bad block, right? So it's not necessarily very attractive to keep the 1, even if we are looking to go for a non-flush hand. Here, we're just going to give up on the regular hand, sorry, not regular hand, on the flush hand, because, well, number 1, we are in first place, so winning quickly is nice. And, well, yeah. And we did have a pair in that suit as well, and some pretty good floaters in the other suits. So I decided to keep them instead of the green. Gotta pick 2,000 points. And we continue being in first place going into East 3. Great. We're gonna really want to try to secure this win. It's very much possible that we fall down to second still. So, got to tread carefully. Okay, here. That's a pretty interesting one. Well, normally I would want to maybe try and get some... Not normally. Normally I would want to play this just standard efficiency. Drop these honors, try and look for some kind of, well, good shape around these floaters. But I'm wondering if it might be okay to look for some kind of chantage kind of dealio in order to start calling. Because if we do win this hand, we are going to be first place going to all last, which is really, really good. That being said, I think it's still correct to just drop these honors, probably. When in doubt, drop your honors. Oh man, I really want to call that. I really want to call that. I don't have enough blocks yet. That's like our bad block. You'd call that. And then drop the 6. Look for a 5th block in the Chanta. We've got 3 floaters that can give us Chanta, potentially. Seems kind of sus. There's also like Sanjoku, right? But I think it might be okay. Maybe. We're gonna do this. We've got defense if we need to worry about that in the north there. That's not a big problem. The Manzu look pretty cheap, so even though... Actually, no, there's only 1 9 left, huh? Okay, fine. Maybe this 7 is kind of bad then. Alright, cool. Well, we just need to fold now, which is totally fine. That can deal in. Yeah. There's not really a reason to push this 7, even though it looks pretty safe. We are in first place. There's no reason to risk dealing in. Okay, someone's pushing. We've still got a pair of norths, so it's totally fine. We will not have trouble holding at all. If we do somehow get into Tenpai, that would be kind of funny. But I don't really think we'll be pushing still. Because, again, there's not really much incentive for us to push. Alright. Looks like we are still first, going to all last. We've got over a 4,000 point gap between second place. So, you know, even if we don't win, we have a pretty decent chance of getting first place. That being said, we should still try to build a hand. Because if second place, or third place even, summon something large, we could fall down a placement. That's not really something that we'd like to do. So, gotta build a hand. If someone does call riichi, well, you could consider, you know, defending, but also, you could, if the hand calls for it, you could also push to try and get, you know, try and secure your first place. Not really secure. What I'm trying to say is, second, what is this? Can I just lose this 6, please? What are you doing? Why? No, keep the 6. But I'm also gonna keep the Yakai, because we kinda need a Yaku. Reason being, what am I trying to say? If someone calls riichi, it can be potentially worth it to push. Because if they sumo, you know, our first place might be in jeopardy. That being said, right now, we will have to fold with this hand if someone does call riichi because, well, it's just really bad. I think we're still going to keep these 3 types of... Oh wait, no, this is dead, huh? Oops. Alright, well, that's fine. We should have dropped the east. Not the east, the green then. Because it is completely useless. Yep, now we'll drop the green. We do have 5 blocks. But again, right now we're not really interested in fighting. If someone does call riichi. We have plenty of safe tiles to fold with against any of these people. So it should be okay. This is not good. Our hand is really bad. After these 7s have both dropped, this Penchan is extremely weak. I was thinking about maybe cheating it, but again, we don't really need to take, you know, Senpai or anything like that, necessarily. There's not really a huge reason to do so. Here, I'll just go ahead and drop the 8. Don't seem too dangerous. Maybe I should be just folding at this point already, but I'm not really sure. Because, I mean, the odds that we get any kind of winning hand are really, really slim at this point. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a bad choice to just stop on the 8 pin and completely fold already. I'll go ahead and drop the 4, just in case someone decides to push against this player. So, you could also just drop the 2. Not really a huge deal. The thing that we would like to avoid is someone, you know, winning on us and someone calling brown on us and stealing our first place. And well, we should have enough safe tiles to get through this. Probably should have dropped the east earlier than the white because it was safe against the riichi player, but not necessarily safe against the other players. That's a little awkward. But we should be fine still. There's not enough. There is not a lot of turns left. And well, we've got 1 safe tile. And how many other safe tiles? A couple. Alright. That's fine. Looks like they didn't get out of last place from that, which is a little sad, but that's too bad for them. We got first place, and that's great. See you guys next time.